Hey guys, it's Wincess, aka M.C.O.D, aka a whole bunch of other names. Today I'm going to be doing the first of 4 videos for my top 40 of 2013. Now let me explain something really quick. 2013 was a very interesting year when it came to music. The first part of the year, even I'll admit, was just meh because all of it was just rehashes of stuff from 2012. And if not, a lot of it was just boring to the point where I didn't even want to turn on the radio. Yet, and a lot of people are going to give me backlash for this, Miley Cyrus saved music. Because what she did when she did her little twerk on the MTV VMAs was she made people actually give a crap about music. All of a sudden, radio airplay did start to matter, and all of a sudden, Blurred Lines was not the number one song, even though it dominated the whole summer practically. So, Miley, even though the odds of you stumbling upon this video are 0 to none, thank you. With that said, let's start from the beginning. At my number 40. Now, viral videos are an interesting monster because you never know exactly where it's going to go. For example, the Harlem Shake. A lot of people, including myself, see it as an annoying piece of crap. However, most people actually see it as a dance, and for that, I'm not going to disrespect them. I'm just simply saying it's not my cup of tea. However, there are some songs that become viral that are harmless, that are easy to listen to, and are just a fun time. So coming in at number 40, What Does the Fox Say? Now, a lot of you are probably going to tune out at this point, but hear me out. What the Harlem Shake misfires on is the fact that the Harlem Shake just isn't not an entertaining dance. The song itself is a headache. It's just completely mind-boggling how it even made it that far. However, What Does the Fox Say? One of my friends even said that it would fit in with the 90s rave scene. It is a harmless dance song that's fun to listen to, and granted the chorus is annoying, but the song itself I've loved. I've loved the parodies. I've loved everything that came along with it. And to me, it was no harm, no foul. It didn't blow up like Gangnam Style did, but it still has a following to it. And for that, I can't foul it. At number 39, okay, I'm going to start it off like this. On our side, on the United States, the X Factor, while it was an excellent season, is still failing. However, on the UK counterpart, after the whole Flash vote fiasco, the UK X Factor has been renewed for 3 more seasons, which is a definite plus, especially on my end, because I can't watch it from the US. However, the UK X Factor, while bringing us such acts as One Direction's Cher Lloyd, Leona Lewis, has brought us some interesting acts. Case in point, my number 39, Ollie Murs, with Flowrider, with Troublemaker. This song I first heard on the radio, I want to say about 2 months ago. And at first, I thought it was a Maroon 5 song because it sounded so similar to Maroon 5's Misery. And that was a welcome change of pace because at that point, as I mentioned before, everything was completely slow. It was completely boring. But add to the fact that Flowrider was actually decent on his rhymes, the fact that Ollie brings a personality to a song, and you have a really good song, and I'd recommend it to anyone. And the fact that he even made the Billboard Hot 100 the year-end list proves that he has the potential to be the breakout UK star. Number 38. A lot of people have been asking me what my idea of EDM is. And personally, like all other music, it has its good points and it has its bad points. Such as Christina and Pitbull with Feel This Moment. Personally, for me, it's a guilty pleasure. But then again, Pitbull isn't trying, Christina isn't trying. And it's the Aha sample that carries the song, which, quite frankly, is lazy producing. But that's besides the point. When you get it right, though, especially with the right vocals, such as in different cases, Zed featuring Haley Williams with "Stay the Night." When you have the right production, when you have the right vocals, everything comes together perfectly, and that's where I come in with number 38. Calvin Harris and Florence Welch with Sweet Nothing. Now, for those of you who don't know Florence, obviously she is from the band Florence and the Machines, who, if you haven't checked them out, I would highly suggest it, and highly suggest their album Ceremonials, which is a nice, relaxing album, goes deep when it needs to, and her vocals are just hypnotizing. But on this song, she brings another side to her, and Calvin Harris, of course, with his incredible producing. Granted, I am a fan of Calvin Harris. I am a fan of Deadmau5. I am a fan of Skrillex. I am a fan of, yes, even David Guetta. But Calvin Harris just takes it to another level. And he does have one more song that I love, but I'll get to that in another video. Number 37. Country is an interesting monster. You see, you have bro country, which everyone hates, which, quite frankly, some of it I'll admit is a guilty pleasure. Scotty McCreery, Jason Aldean. Like I said, some of it is a guilty pleasure. Then you have the females who are trying to break out, and quite frankly, all of them have been amazing. You have Casey Musgraves. You have, gosh, I'm forgetting her name, but basically, you have so many other artists who are trying to break out. And then you have the legends who come in and completely reinvent what you know as country. Case in point, Miranda Lambert with Mama's Broken Heart. My God, if this does not scream country, I don't know what does. I mean, the feeling in her vocals, the music video itself is a work of art. And even if you're not a country fan, I would say watch the video as soon as you can, because it is worth your time. It is worth everything. And the fact that her husband Blake Shelton could not bring anything new to the country world, it shows how much talent this woman has. And I'm not dissing Blake for any reason, but boys around here completely sucked. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. That was the worst case of bro country. Hell, I even liked My Kind of Night from Luke Bryan. That's My Kind of Night. But Miranda, if she keeps this pace up, we're going to be asking Blake who? Number 36 is a very controversial choice. And as I mentioned before, my list personally is just based on my enjoyment. How much, as a casual listener, do I love the song? How much can I actually listen to it? And quite frankly, as much as everyone wants to hate this song, I find a weak spot in my heart for it. At number 36, Miley Cyrus, We Can't Stop. Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, wait a minute. Miley isn't exactly an artist, and plus this song is just a lazy party song. What makes me think that this is even worth a best mention? Well, it's quite simple. If this was under any other artist, I would have just shrugged it off as another lazy party song. But there is something about Miley's personality, about Miley's voice, that brings another level to this song. Add to her many live performances, such as the infamous MTV VMAs, or the less infamous yet my personal favorite performance she did on Jimmy Kimmel Live. I mean, not Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. This song is incredible. Now, the fun fact is, originally this song was meant to be a Rihanna song. However, I am seriously grateful that this was Miley, because if Rihanna performed this song, let's all admit it, this would have been another flop. She attempted a party song once before with Cheers, parentheses, drink to that, and that flopped, or at least from my point of view, it flopped because it was just a slow, boring party song. However, with We Can't Stop, This sounds like a song that you would want to listen to at towards the end of the night when you're at the point that even though you don't want to stop, you just can't stop. And that's the one point of believability that I do put in Miley. And the fact is, she's not as crazy as everyone thinks she is. But to me, that's just smart publicity. So kudos, Miley. You did make my best list, and I'll touch on another song of yours momentarily. Well, in another video. At number 35 is an interesting case because it's been charting on and off the Hot 100 ever since 2011. However, it was not until 2013 that the song was actually known. And the song itself is worth so much more than people are giving it credit to. Heck, the band is worth so much more than people are giving it credit for. At number 35, it's AWOL Nation with Sail. Now, a lot of people just remember that song for Sail! But the song itself, the fact that, at least in my eyes, it's about someone with suicidal tendencies, mixed in with the instrumental, which, quite frankly, to me is bone-chilling. It is a combination where if you actually get lost in it, there will be no going out, because if you could actually listen to the words, if you could actually listen to everything coming towards you, it's an experience. And there is no describing that. And the fact that I have it so low on my list is actually a crime. But the thing is, this list was very hard to make, especially once we get to my top 10. So with that said, let's move on. At number 34, God, someone's gonna hate this, or someone's gonna call me a hipster, but I don't care. It's a guilty pleasure. Number 34 is Cups from Anna Kendrick. I saw Pitch Perfect. I absolutely loved it. I would recommend it to any music fan, to any music lover, because Anna Kendrick's character is worth the movie entirely. Heck, the mash-off in the middle of the movie is completely worth it. But this song is interesting because it came out of nowhere. It is just a simple song. From my understanding, it's an actual remake of a song from way back when. I don't know. I can't think of the dates exactly or the year exactly. But the simplicity of the song is worth it. And the fact that I heard it on radio, the fact that I saw a music video for it, the fact that I saw effort for this song, which seemed to come out of nowhere, actually gave me hope that the music industry is going in a different direction. At number 33, to almost finish off this video, I mentioned earlier with Sweet Nothing that I love EDM. And one of the names that I mentioned was Zed, who, again, with Haley Williams did Stay the Night, and his whole album was incredible. In fact, the one song I want you to check out, I don't have the name of it right now, but it is a song that he does with Ryan Tedder from One Republic. That is a completely incredible experience, and the fact that he is not going to release that as his next single is a crime. But the one song that he was known best for this past year was Zed featuring Foxes with Clarity. And the fact that it's number 33 is a crime, because this song, a cappella in itself, I have heard so many people do it, and it is such a beautiful song. And the EDM version of it is actually superior because it's an explosion of emotions. You have Foxes asking, "How are you, my clarity? How is it that you are the one I need?" And then at the precise moment, Zed comes in with the production, and everything just erupts. And you feel the pain, and you feel the angst. And it's one of the few songs where within the chorus, the dance music actually adds to the song and does not take away, where both songs blend into one. And as I said, the fact that it isn't higher is a crime. But this song deserves everything, and if you have not checked out Zed's new album, I highly suggest it. At number 32 is an interesting case because... Okay, let me start with this. Everyone in 2013 was debating which song was better, Sarah Bareilles with Brave or Katy Perry with Roar. And quite frankly, as much as I do like both songs, I don't like both songs. But then again, that's just my inner hatred towards uninspired cliches, in other words. Like, to me, this all started with Kelly Clarkson, What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger. And quite frankly, the inspirational songs get boring. Katy Perry's was catchy and lighthearted, and Sarah Bareilles actually sounded like her usual quirky self. But whenever both get on the radio, I do tend to change the channel. However, there was one inspirational song that came out this year, or 2013, mind you, that I wish would have gotten more airplay. I wish would have gotten into more promotional packaging, because this song to me is what victory sounds like. And the fact that someone I completely despise worked on the production makes this song even more of a testament towards what this man can do when he puts his mind to it. And number 32 is The Script featuring will.i.am with Hall of Fame. The Script in itself is a beautiful band. If you haven't checked out any other 3 albums, I would highly suggest that. But the problem with The Script is a lot of their songs are about breaking up or relationship problems or about a girl. Heck, most of my favorite songs from them, including The Man That Can't Be Moved or Nothing or A Dead Man Walking, a lot of those songs are just about relationships. This is the first song where, even though most of the lines are cliche, it felt like once you build up towards the chorus, everything just makes sense because you want to be sitting in the Hall of Fame, because this is a goal that you want. It's not just you want to roar or you want to be brave. You don't want just the emotion. You want the actual goal. You want the actual if you will, the actual moment that says, yeah, I made it to the top, and what? That's the one thing. And with will.i.am's production, as much as I hate the man, what he did for this track was just so incredible, because it really sounded like someone was being victorious. And that's really all I could say. will.i.am, again, I know odds of a celebrity popping in on this video is 0 to none. But for Christ's sakes, stick with producing. I mean, when you went with That Power, or hashtag That Power, Bieber was the savior. With Scream and Shout, as much as most people want to hate the song, for me it was a guilty pleasure. But for this song, you did something right. And it takes me back to I want to say 2006, 2007, when on the Freedom Rider soundtrack you worked on the song with Common that sampled the Martin Luther King "I Had a Dream" speech, and that was incredible producing on its own. So whenever you do this, just keep up the work. You have everything. You have the tools. Just stop being a commercial. Finally, on this video, at number 31, it's a song most people either they love or they hate it. And most of the time, it's usually the reason they hate it is because they're taking the lyrics too literal, or because of the fact that there's only maybe 2 full verses in this song. But quite frankly, to me, the only reason I hated it was just because it was being overplayed. You could not, this whole summer, or the summer of 2013, you could not turn the radio station without hearing this song. You could not go to a club without hearing this song. But when heard every so often, it gives you a smile, or it gives me a smile. And it's something about the carelessness in this song that is just so worth it. At number 31, it's Icona Pop featuring Charlie XCX with I Love It. The breakdowns in the instrument, everything in the song is just so worth the dance. The instrumentation is amazing. the carefree attitude that these girls bring is amazing. Just listening to it is, I'm not even saying a guilty pleasure, because this song no one should be guilty for. Now, granted, Icona Pop's album was not the best. I'm not saying it sucked, I'm just saying it was not the best. But this song is just worth it on so many levels. And anyone who actually heard it throughout the summer, which quite frankly would be a lot of you, you can attest to the fact that if the song came on, at least for a little bit of it, you wouldn't change the radio. And that to me makes a good song. That even if you don't know what it is, you would stick around for a little and say, oh, what is this? And on that note, I close it off, but there's still 3 more videos to come. And we're just working up to my number one song of 2013. So until then, just remember, music's only as good as you make it, and that's about it. Everyone have a good night now.